Hi, my name is Megan, and today we'll be interviewing athletes about their sports. Today we'll be interviewing Mia.
Hi, my name is Mia and I'm in cheer and stunt.
What muscle helps you with tumbling?
For me, my rectus abdominis helps me with tumbling. It's in like your stomach region, and its origin is the pubis, and it inserts at the sternum and the 5th through 7th ribs pairs. And the rectus comes from the Greek root word straight, and then abdominis comes from like the abdominal, like of the abdominal. So when using rectus abdominis, like you use it in a compression motion every time that like you engage your core.
Because cheer uses a lot of facial muscles, what facial muscles do you use?
Well, I use my zygomaticus when smiling, and it's like right here, like a little under the eye, like cheek area. And its origin is the zygomatic bone, and it inserts at the muscle and the skin of like the corner of your lips. And its Greek root word is zygon, which means like yoke or joint. And it extends the corner of the face to the like mouth, right? Like the cheekbone, and that's how you do a smile.
What other muscles do you use?
I also use my masseter bone, and that's when I say cheers because it's what elevates your jaw. And it is located a little like in front of your ear, kind of, so like around here. Its origin is the temporal bone, and it inserts into the mandible. And the Greek word masseter is like it means chewer.
The next person we'll be interviewing is Michaela.
Hi, I'm Michaela and I'm a competitive dancer.
Because you do dance, what facial muscles do you use and how do you use them?
The frontalis muscle is found on my forehead and it helps raise my eyebrows. And I use this muscle to show emotion when I'm dancing because when you dance, it helps with confidence and helps with the intensity of your movement quality. And when performing, it helps a lot also. And its origin is the epicranial aponeurosis, and it's a connective tissue on the top of your head which helps your frontalis move, and it's named after the frontal bone.
What did you injure and how does that affect your ability to dance?
I was diagnosed with internal snapping hip syndrome, where your iliopsoas muscle and tendon snaps over parts of the pelvis, and due to overuse, which can cause like bad inflammation in your hip in front. And the iliopsoas tendon is made up of two muscles and connects to the lower spine and to the femur, which is an important hip muscle, which helps me lift my leg to control my movement. And it helps me with high leg lifts, jumps, turning out my legs, turns, and even walking, where sometimes my like pelvis, it grinds against it, which can cause more inflammation. And when it's injured, the range of motion is limited and I don't have the same strength or control and can notice tightness in my hip, lower back, and groin.
As a dancer, how do you manage to have good stage presence?
As a dancer, the orbicularis oculi is one of the most important facial muscles that I use. It's located in a circular shape around the eye socket, and the muscle originates from the medial orbital margin and the lacrimal bone and inserts into the skin of the eyelid surrounding the eye area. When this muscle contracts, it allows me to blink, softly open my eyes, or tighten them for intensity when on stage. This controls and helps me to communicate my emotions and maintain focus under bright stage lights and connect with the audience when performing.
Next person on our interview list is Tristan.
Tristan, I play football. My position is quarterback, and I also do track.
What muscle helps you perform the most in football?
When I'm playing football, I do a lot of throwing, so my deltoid definitely helps me perform the most. The deltoid caps the shoulder, covering the entire shoulder, and originates in the scapular spine and clavicle while inserting into the humerus. In the load phase of my throw, I use my deltoid to help lift my arm up and accelerate it forward. The middle deltoid helps with arm abduction and getting my arm into the right angle.
What muscle helps your form when throwing the football?
The muscle that helps my form the most when throwing is my brachialis, which is deep under the bicep, and it originates from the humerus and inserts into the ulna and helps my arm when I follow through in the throw. When I follow through, I extend my elbow out, which is done by the brachialis, and it helps prevent injury.
When you're running, what muscles do you use the most?
When I run, I would say I use my quadriceps the most, which is the most superficial muscle at the front thigh from hip to knee. It originates from the pelvis and inserts into the tibia. I use it for both running and throwing, but specifically for when I'm running, it aids in knee extension when I'm straining my leg to push off, and specifically the rectus femoris part helps in hip flexion when I raise my knee up.
Interviewing is Colton, and he plays football.
Oh.
What muscles help you with running when you're playing football?
So when I play football, the muscle that help me is my hamstring group and the superficial gastrocnemius. These two muscles help me with running, jumping, juking, cutting, stability, and making explosive plays. The hamstring group is located on the back of your leg, and it originates from the ischial tuberosity and inserts past the knee into the tib and fibula. It is a flexion movement, and then the gastrocnemius is located on the back lower part of the leg, so it's the calf. And this muscle originates on the femur bone and inserts into the heel bone. So the gastrocnemius, the movement it performs is plantar flexion, which allows you to point your toes. And so the name comes from the Greek word gaster, which is belly, and then neem, which is leg. So it's the belly of the leg.
Since you play quarterback and throw a lot, what muscles do you use when you're throwing?
So I use my trapezius the most. It is located on your back. So it originates from the occipital bone, which is in the back of your skull, and it inserts into your scapula and clavicle, which is right here. The Greek meaning of it is this little table. The movement allows you to elevate, which is shrugging, and then the pressing, which is like pulling down. These muscles allow me to have stability in my throwing motion and have a solid base when my arm generates power when I throw the ball.
Thank you guys for letting me interview on your sport and what muscles you use in the sport.